So, is your hair naturally that long?
Yes. Funny you should say that. My ex, Thomas, was adamant it was fake until he gave it a tug one day.
Oh, right. How long ago was that?
A few months ago. Why the sudden interest?
Well, if we carry on further, Anna, we need to be open with each other. You don't see me hiding anything, Miss Corey, do you?
You haven't called me Miss Corey for ages. Please, just call me Anna. Well, if you must know, he was a solicitor at this big firm down south. He was older than me, about 27, but it didn't bother me. He treated me like the only woman on the planet.
How do you mean he was a solicitor? Was he not hard for seeing each other? With him being so far away and you being here?
It worked. It just worked. He'd come up and see me, and I'd cook for him. His favourite was lasagna. And then we'd have dessert. And not the food, if you know what I mean.
What was that then? Wasn't a lasagna good enough for him?
Well, it was early January. It was a bitter winter, and it was a really bitter part of our relationship. Well, for me and Thomas anyway. I hardly saw him, and we either argued about it on text when we were together, and it was hard, complicated. But I loved him.
Yeah, the whole long-distance relationship scenario.
Let me finish. I did a load of shopping for our evening together. I planned to make his favourite, lasagna. Typical.
Anna, I'm so sorry. I tried to get here as soon as I could.
Don't be sorry. I made your favourite.
Looks great. Didn't think you'd want me over considering how late it was.
I was contemplating texting you not to bother, but we haven't seen each other for so long. You can just make up for being late later on.
You do make me laugh, Anna. So, how's your day been?
But it's been okay, nothing out of the ordinary, just shopping and job hunting.
Oh, right. Still no luck then?
No luck at all. I'm surprised you ask. You normally just talk about yourself.
Knew this would happen. Why can't we just have a normal conversation without having an argument?
Well, what do you expect? You were late, yet again. I hardly see you. We're either arguing over text or in person.
Hey, let's none of that. Hey, I've missed you too.
He was good like that. Knew how to make me feel better when I was down. That was the last time I saw him though.
How do you mean? Last time you saw him? What happened?
He got a job in America and had to move over there.
So it was only Thomas you saw recently?
No, there was James and Kurt as well, but they were nothing long term or as serious as Thomas. Well, not until of late.
What happened to them?
The usual, really. Kurt, he was more of the physical type. We spent the majority of our time in bed.
I see, you ended it then.
No, he did. He met someone and fell madly in love with her.
So what happened with James then?
James was lovely. He'd pick me up in his car and we'd go for drives in the countryside and sit talking for hours about the future and where we thought we were going to be. And then we'd go back to mine and have a couple of drinks and normally fall asleep from being so drunk.
You seem quite fond of him then?
Yeah, I was really fond of him.
Walked round the corner about 10 times.
I was. We used to sit next to the fire when it was too cold to go out and talk about our future together.
I see.
Don't worry, it won't happen with him anymore. I didn't think I'd be without a job after my degree. Thought I'd come straight out and get a job of my dreams. So much for optimism, eh?
Hun, you'll find a job. Something will turn up. Like, look at me. It took me 2 years and scrubbing pants to bag myself the job of my dreams. You just need to be patient, and it will just happen.
So lovely to me.
You deserve the best. Anyway, what are we doing tomorrow?
Don't know. Go for a picnic if the weather's nice.
Sounds like a plan.
You love this chair, don't you? You're constantly sitting on it.
James got ill a few weeks later. I couldn't afford to visit him in Newcastle.
Did he recover?
Yes. He forgot about me.
So you haven't contacted any guys since?
Oh yes, I texted them the other day. They're all getting on fine. And Kurt has a kid on the way.
That's nice.
I like you wearing that shirt. It's my favourite.
Thank you, Miss Corey. That will be all for today.
But, David, we haven't even had our first kiss yet.
I said that's enough. I'll see you at next session.